talk to us. Can you give us a sign of your presence? And welcome to Let's Talk Ghost. I'm your host, Steve.
I'm Dan.
And I am Will.
And it is
Are you sure
August.
about that?
Yeah, it's Will.
Right.
It's August 10th, 2014. A lovely, lovely day in the Northeast.
Sure is.
What have you been up to, Dan?
Not a whole lot. Just enjoying summer.
Oh, that's cool. Heading down to New York City next week. Gonna
Yeah.
go have a little vacation.
Yes, I am.
A little vacay.
We'll vacate down in New York City.
Yeah. Now, is Will, you're going to take Will with you?
No, me and Delia are going to catch a bus and go down to her mom's house. And she's never been to the Museum of Natural History, so we're going to hit that up.
Oh, that should be fun. That should be fun.
Yep.
It should be.
And maybe go to Brighton Beach. It's my favorite
Awesome.
beach to go to. It's kind of like an Eastern European style beach.
Right.
So probably a lot of banana hammocks. And
Oh, great.
it's a bunch of old guys in banana hammocks. It's like the Russian neighborhood down in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So, but they have a really nice beach there. You take the subway all the way to the end, and nice beach, and you can drink beers. And
Now, which borough is it in?
it's in Brooklyn.
Oh, so you take the A train to Brooklyn.
Actually, you take the Q.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
There was a song, Take the A train to Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think the Q and the B both go to Brighton Beach.
Oh, okay.
A train doesn't go there.
All right.
A train might go
Yeah.
to Brooklyn maybe, but it doesn't go to that part of Brooklyn.
All right.
Awesome.
Brooklyn is a big borough.
What's about the size of Weltonville?
Yeah. Yes, Brooklyn is the size of Weltonville.
All right. I didn't think of, because Weltonville's pretty big. They got
Yeah.
like 200 cows.
Right. Well, I mean, like area-wise.
I bet there's more cows in Weltonville than there are in Brooklyn.
Probably.
Probably.
Living cows.
Yeah. There's way more dead cows in Brooklyn.
Yeah, a lot of hamburger.
Yeah.
A lot of hamburger joints.
And a lot of steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to have a guest tonight. Actually, we're going to have a pair of guests.
We do.
And with us tonight, go ahead and bring them in. With us on our show tonight is John and Deb. They were on our show several weeks ago. They are from Drifter Paranormal. They are an investigative group from the land down under, down in Australia. How you guys doing?
We're very well, thank you.
Very well, thank you.
And we'd like to welcome you both back to our show. It's been a few weeks. Now, you guys have been driving around and doing your thing in your motorhome. You've been doing some more investigations, you said.
Yes, we have.
Yes, absolutely.
No.
I think when we last spoke, we just arrived in Bundaberg, which is kind of the central coast of Queensland, and we're still heading north. And if memory serves, we just had a pretty decent Class A EVP from a place called Gympie that was the town we'd been at before. That we were pretty proud of, but it paled into insignificance with what we got next. After we'd spoken to you, we headed to a fairly major town a little further north called Rockhampton.
Okay.
We'd actually linked up with the local group there, Ghost Investigators Rockhampton, who sat down with us in a bar, of course, and went through some of the major targets that they had there. And probably the biggest target of the lot was a very old and beautiful hotel built in the 1800s called the Criterion. Quite a large place, still a functioning hotel. Which was notorious. It actually had a room that was known to be haunted, room 35. There was a beautiful bell tower on the corner of the hotel that a young chambermaid had hung herself in the 1800s. And these people tended to appear to unsuspecting guests who were actually quite big, beefy blokes who were staying there at the time, and they were sufficiently scared that they didn't want to come back. So we thought we'd sleep in the room and throw all of our gear at it. The ladies from Ghost Investigators Rockhampton joined us. The only problem was this is a big hotel, as I said, and it went up 3 flights of stairs. Now, we're the mar and par kettle paranormal community, of course, and suddenly we found ourselves going up 6 flights of very steep, creaky stairs
Oh
With all our
boy.
equipment.
with all of our equipment.
Oh,
You know, we're not. Yeah, we're not taps. You know, we don't have minions, and, so we had to drag all of this stuff and set it up ourselves. And what was even worse is a lot of the activity that went on right up in the roof, which is where the bell
wow.
tower was, where the young girl hung herself. And so I had to put a couple of IR cameras up there and so on. And
Yeah, she
that
couldn't
was
do
up an
it. She
even
couldn't do it in the
steeper.
basement, could she?
No, that would have been too easy.
They never
Right.
do. They never do.
No.
Or kill themselves in a hotel that has an elevator in it. I mean, they're just most inconsiderate,
How,
really.
Yeah, how rude.
Yeah, so we basically were in the room 35, which was actually originally the rooms and a sort of a bedroom for the wife of the owner in the 1800s, the people that built the hotel. And she was known to wake gentlemen up in the middle of the night. She seemed to be particularly interested in gentlemen. And so we thought, okay, well, we'll sleep there and see if she'd like to, although I don't consider myself a gentleman. We decided to see if she'd try and wake me up. So had everything set up. We did the usual interactive sessions. The first thing that happened was I got poked in the ribs
Oh, cool.
when we were up in the roof. I just left some of the ladies up there because we didn't seem to be having an awful lot of interaction. So I thought, okay, let the man leave, and
Right.
maybe this young girl who'd hung herself would then talk to the women, which unfortunately didn't happen. And as I was going off, I got a distinct poke in the ribs. So I thought,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
good. Then I guess really we didn't have a whole lot more happen then. We did the rest of the hotel. The guys there let us have the run of the hotel all night, which was absolutely fantastic. So we did all of the interactive sessions. Nothing happened. There were no personal experience other than my poke in the ribs. So we retired for the night and ran the cameras for the entire night. No one woke me up, much to my probably relief as well as disappointment. So we had to go through the evidence, and that's where things got really exciting. The first thing that happened was around about the time that I was poked in the ribs. I was carrying my trusty EVP recorder with me, and we picked up a very clear guttural male voice just simply saying home. And we don't know why home. Maybe it was go home, but the EVP recorder only picked up the first bit, or maybe he was treating me with such disdain that he thought
Right.
a monosyllabic was all I was worth, and just basically wanted me to go home. I did a solo up in the roof later, and to try and get them to poke me again, but they wouldn't. Everything was quiet, and I got bored and came back down again. But this again pales into insignificance when we talk about what happened at 4:45 the following morning while we were all snoozing away blissfully in our room. You see a light that just starts off as a pale ethereal light on the wall, which moves very, very slowly up the wall, then resolves itself into a very misty but very female body shape that then dissolves itself through a wall. And the interesting thing is, the point in the wall where it dissolves itself used to be a door, and it's been blocked up.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
so we actually got about as close to a full body apparition as we can get yet, and we caught it all on the IR camera. So we were absolutely delighted about that, and that we've been dining out on that ever since. To be perfectly honest, it was really good.
Now you
So,
said you did catch this on your IR camera.
It was on the IR camera, and it's posted on our Facebook page. So
Oh, okay.
anybody who wants to look and see it, it's also on YouTube.
What is your Facebook page?
Right, okay. It's the usual www.facebook.com/Drifter Paranormal, all one word.
Yeah.
And you'll find all of our videos on there.
Okay.
We don't use our website anymore because people couldn't access it well enough on handheld devices. We kind of went cheap on the carrier, and I think we're paying the consequences. So everything happens on Facebook for us these days.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. I'll have to get on your Facebook, and I'll send you a friend's request.
Sure, that'd be lovely.
And yeah, because sometimes Facebook is easier. Probably might be a little easier to communicate. You're not limited to how many words you can type.
Exactly.
I know with Twitter,
Twitter.
with Twitter, sometimes it takes you got to send a couple messages to get everything out you want to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
I refuse to use Twitter. If I can't write a tome that reads like a Tolstoy novel, I don't want to play.
There you go. I use Twitter quite a bit just for I kind of use it for getting people to listen to my show.
I've
Yes.
noticed that. I have noticed
Yes.
that.
I try to get people to listen to our show. I mean, it was just a good way to get some free advertising out there, and it has worked. It actually has brought in a lot of new listeners and a lot of new fans of people that listen. So it's worked out quite well for us. But that sounds really exciting. Now, did you actually see this with your eyes, or was it you saw it after you reviewed the evidence?
All after the evidence review.
Okay,
we nothing apart from the one poke in the ribs. I mean, the home EVP I didn't hear at the time. I was up there. So
now was this was this in your bedroom or in your room where you were sleeping where you saw this, or where this was recorded?
It was in the room. It was actually funny because it used to be a suite for the owner's wife.
Okay.
It was actually 2 rooms, and the reason they'd blocked off this door is they'd actually knocked the 2 rooms together in a much wider doorway. And interestingly, it doesn't appear in the. There was 2 beds, and so we decided we had to sleep in each section, and we put a camera in each section. And it was in the section where Deb was asleep, not where I was asleep, which was interesting.
Huh. And it started out, you said, as a pinpoint of light, and it just kind of grew?
Yeah, it was just a light about the size of probably a paperback novel.
Oh, okay.
Just on the wall. And it moved up it just moves across the wall. Obviously, we checked for, we'd done this kind of thing before, so we knew to close curtains and make sure that there was no way that anything could get in. Plus, of course, this room was right under the bell tower, so you're 3 floors up, and Rockhampton is about as flat as a piece of dirt can get.
Okay.
And so there was no elevated areas where
a car
headlights could come through and get to that height anyway. And it's just, as I say, about the size of your average paperback novel, and it moves up the wall at a kind of about a 45-degree angle. And as it gets up to the top of the screen, I guess, the whole thing just kind of spreads down the wall in a kind of a mist, and just takes on this female shape and it's as if she's backing into the wall.
Wow.
She's not going forward, she's actually backing in as though she's watching Deb and actually creeping out of the room. It's quite graphic. It's quite it's reasonably easy to spot. Our IR gear is not that great, but it's clear enough.
Can you see facial features or anything like that?
Kind of in cameo, really. It's no distinct facial, but there is a hand. You kind of see a hand, as if it's gripping the side of the wall as it's going out.
Oh, okay. Oh, I never introduced. This is Will. He's one of our other hosts. I forgot to introduce. This is John and Deb.
I was not here last time. I was at my cabin in the Adirondacks on vacation.
Nice.
Oh.
And
that sounds awful.
I was here last time, though.
Yeah, Dan was here last time, and but Will was not. But yeah, he's one of the regular co-hosts on the show.
And I'm the one who takes care of our Facebook.
Yes.
Lovely.
All those messages are from me.
Cool. Okay.
So now you said you were poked in the rib. You got an EVP, and then you got the. Geez, all you got was a video of a ghost.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yeah, geez, that's all you got? Wow, geez. Hey, how's things been going down there?
Oh, well, absolutely. Absolutely fantastic. We now
you guys
saying about paying to advertise. We've actually just got a new logo, which we've had
cool.
put on the back of our van.
Now you have. Now, do you guys you're traveling in a motorhome?
That's correct.
Or a motor coach, whatever you want to. So you guys are basically camping out all the time. You're living in this.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now
this is our life for the foreseeable future.
Oh, in Australia, you got a lot of land to drive around in.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
And,
Now,
well, one of the great things is, and it's probably a nice segue into our second story, is that because we use that RV, we can take ourselves into because it's a large RV. It's completely independent. We can go
Right.
for days without power or water. It's got its own generator.
Right.
It has two huge water tanks. Everything that you'd actually need to survive for an indeterminate period, which means we can actually get out into the Australian outback.
Right.
And that's been proving as a target-rich environment as well.
It has. Yeah,
Wow.
we moved up to Townsville after we'd finished at the Rockhampton area, and just 130 kilometres southwest of Townsville, there's a little place called Ravenswood, and that's
Okay.
out in the outback on the way to Charters Towers. And it used to be a gold town, but it's now a ghost town. Used to have a population of about 3,000, but when the gold ran out, they literally picked up their houses and moved to where the next scene was.
Right.
And so there's now a population of about 100, of a couple of houses, a school, a post office, and 2 beautiful old pubs. 3-story Victorian pubs, absolutely gorgeous. One of them was the Imperial, and we'd heard stories of the ghost of the sisters who used to haunt this hotel. So we contacted the owner, and John and Di were more than happy for us to go in there. So room 12A was the haunted room. Apparently the wife and lover were supposed to be meeting in this room, and jealous husband found them and stabbed them to death.
Ah.
So we thought, oh, well, this has got to be the room to sleep in, doesn't it? So we moved in there, and usual, of course, upstairs again, but not as many flights of stairs this time. No lift. But yeah, we set all the gear up, and Di showed us all the hot spots around the hotel and all the different places that we needed to go. Absolutely beautiful place, and it was the Delaney sisters. The Delaney family owned it and built it, but the sisters are the 2 that tend to guide people through the hotel and look after them. Catherine was a young girl there. She died of polio when she was 6, and she's supposed to haunt there as well. So we set gear up in her room, and the girls' room, the sisters' rooms, and our room, and just basically left it all running all night. We got some pretty good results from there. We got the what happened was the Catherine was the little polio victim. They were redoing the hotel, and they were making it a bit more modern, and they'd changed all the pictures on the walls. They'd taken her photograph, the little girl's photograph, off the wall and put it in storage. A psychic stayed in that room, didn't know the story apparently, and she went downstairs for breakfast, and Di had asked her how the night had gone, and she said, I don't know, she said, I was very comfortable, but this little girl came to me and told me that she wanted her picture put back. So they went and got the photograph out of storage, and it's back on the wall in her room, and she's very happy. But we got nothing that night. Absolutely nothing. So we just left the cameras running all night as usual. Now we got we were sitting in the dining room running an EVP session, and everybody had gone to bed, and the sisters are supposed to be in the dining room. And we were keeping quiet because it's an old hotel, thin floors. You don't want to make too much noise.
It was about 1 in the morning.
It was pretty late.
Yeah.
And so we were just talking very quietly. And the bar has got these old saloon-style doors.
Yeah, the US type saloon doors.
Yeah. And very loud on the recordings that we've got. You can actually hear these doors squeak like they're opening, and then just bang like they've settled.
Oh, wow.
On the weird. And it was very loud, and we didn't mention it during our interactive session, so we didn't hear it.
Yeah, didn't hear a thing.
Oh, wow.
We left some trigger objects with a REM pod in one of the sisters' rooms, Joe, and just left a couple of combs and a headband with a video camera on that with the REM pod all night. The REM pod went off. And
about 4 times.
About 4 times, and we've got
Really?
no idea what set that off.
Okay.
And in the little girl's room, in Catherine's room, again, we know to check for headlights and closed curtains and all the usual bits and pieces to debunk. And we've got these really strange lights going up the wall.
Yeah, two very, just kind of like, almost like a feather, a little white feather flying up into the air. Two of them going in different directions.
Huh.
And the interesting thing was, we looked at whether there was anywhere where light could come in, and there was nothing. There was actually a building between this room and the road.
Nothing. I mean, we'd seen traffic come through. Not that there is much traffic, because
there's one road.
Yeah, in and out. But we've
and desert.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stories of hauntings, and the people there were just so open and welcoming. They all wanted to tell us about their resident ghosts, and they all wanted us to go back. So on our way back down south, we're going to call back into Ravenswood, and there's a park there where we can park the RV. So we're going to stay in there.
Stay for a couple of days.
The other hotel, the railway hotel, we're going to see if we can get in there and maybe do a bit of a hunt in there as well. Again, 3 floors, thank you. We're hoping for a basement or ground floor soon.
Yeah, really.
Either that or minions who don't mind not being paid.
Yeah, we want minions.
Now,
I think that pretty much covers the Imperial. But we've been pretty busy.
There's been a lot of activity since we last spoke.
Wow. Yeah, you guys have been busy. Now, you were talking about people telling you their ghost stories and stuff. Now, do you find that the people in Australia are very open to paranormal investigating?
Not so much in the cities, but definitely we've noticed it more in the country towns.
In the country towns, yeah.
Okay.
The further into the outback you get, the better, the more open they seem. I mean, I think there's probably a hidden agenda there in that these guys, are living in a ghost town that they're trying to get, a tourist business happening in there.
Right.
So,
Getting
I think that's part of it. But there is, as Deb said, I mean, you in the cities that, like I guess any city really, you tend to be treated with a little more suspicion. What's your game? Are you going to come and rob us or something like that?
Right.
Whereas in the country towns, they're a lot more open. They don't think that way.
Okay.
And we've had some great reception from these places.
Oh, that's
We
good.
went into a little place. I can never think of the name.
Garadunga.
Can't think of the name. And we walked in there and basically said, "We understand you." I mean, you go on their Facebook page and it says they've got a ghost. So we went in there and we asked, "We understand you got a ghost. This is who we are. Can we come in?" Okay, so where do you want to set up?
Yeah, it
no
was
problem.
Completely laconic. It was a case of, sure, you want the room? Yeah, we can put you in the room that's haunted. And here's where this was Athol, Athol. Athol was the resident ghost there, which is interesting actually because Deb took a picture. Deb has a technique that she uses where she takes 2 pictures from the same position, and that's yielded a lot of good stuff for her. And one of the things is, in fact, it's the only evidence we got from the
it was pretty quiet.
Garadunga Hotel. It was
Very
pretty quiet.
Lovely
That was the
spot,
last
though.
one we did a few days ago.
Spot.
And they, she's got this. She was taking a picture of the bar, and dead in front of her, where she was taking this picture, was the classic refrigerators with beer and all of that kind of stuff in there. Just general cold drinks with a glass front. So the flash reflected off the glass front, and when you blow this picture up to around the flash, you can actually see a figure standing behind Deb, with one of the kind of floppy hats that the cane cutters. It's all sugarcane farms around there.
Okay.
And these days it's all done by machine, but back in the day it was all done with guys with machetes doing this kind of thing. And this Athol apparently was a cane cutter back in the time when it was all done manually.
Right.
And so this image is it's really almost a silhouette, but you can see is this floppy cane cutter hat. In fact, our daughter named him Gilligan because it looks a bit like the hat Gilligan used to wear on Gilligan's Island. So
I know what you're talking about.
He's Gilligan.
He's now started being called Gilligan rather than Athol. But so that was.
No, they're very, very welcoming.
They were very welcoming,
Oh, that's
they told
nice.
us all about this guy, and it's fantastic. And we're planning to do a lot more outback stuff on our way back and into next year as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll definitely have you back on the show as many times as we need to. We can get all your stories.
It's
delighted to come back.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun talking to you guys. But
always with you as well.
But unfortunately, we're almost out of time here, and but look at it's been great talking to you guys, and it was great having you guys back on the show again. I'll stay in contact with you over Facebook and Twitter, and when you got something else going on, make sure you let me know, and we'll have you back on.
Most certainly.
You'll be the first.
Most certainly will.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yep, thanks a lot.
Take care, guys.
Thank you very much.
Take care, guys. Thanks for having us.
We're clear.
We're clear? That was John and Deb of Drifter Paranormal, and they're always fun to talk to.
Yeah, they are.
They always have good stories, great stories about what they're doing. Now, Dan, we're about halfway through. Why don't you go ahead and play? We'll go into a break, and then we'll...
Sure. We can do that.
Why don't we go to a break?
Okay. This week we have Earth, Sky, Moon with Willow Weeps, and you can check them out on our featured artist page.
Doc, what's wrong with our friend? I'm not sure. Ever since he's listened to Let's Talk Ghosts,
on Sunday night from 8 till 9 on DTMWickedRadio.com. He's been like this. I think he's become a fan.
Hi, I'm Steve DeShavi from the Dead Files, and this is Let's Talk Ghost.
And that was Earth, Sky, Moon with Willow Weeps, and you can check them out on our featured artist page.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yes, you
What have you
can.
been up to, Will?
Not much.
Yeah, that's cool. Dan? Do you know what time it is?
I do
Not
know
sure?
what time it is.
It's time for
What the heck does that mean?
All right, let's go with it.
All right.
Give us a word. Lay it on us.
This week the word is musophobist.
Musophobist.
Musophobist. Would you like me to spell it?
Musophobist.
Yeah.
No, I can figure that one out. Muso,
Yeah.
meaning music. Phobo, meaning scared of. It's a person scared of music.
No.
I thought that. I mean, that was.
Yeah.
a
Would
good-
you like me to spell it though?
Yeah, go ahead
Sure.
and spell it.
Musophobist.
Muso.
Musophobist.
Musophobist. Okay, it's obviously Latin for having too many nipples.
You were actually a lot closer with your first guess.
Oh,
Yeah, because a muse is someone who plays music.
Amuse.
Yeah.
I'm amused.
No, a muse.
I know.
M-U-S-E.
I think it's amusing.
A
So-
muse is not someone who plays music.
Amuse.
No?
No.
Amuse.
I thought it was.
No.
Amuse is something to do with news. It's like a muse is it's a literary thing.
You're getting close.
A muse is something to do with literary, and it's a story about a fireman.
It is.
I don't know. Use it in a sentence.
You would not find a musophobist.
You would not find
You wouldn't find one.
Yeah, you would not find one.
It's someone who does nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They don't exist.
No, you would not find a musophobist in certain sections of a bookstore.
Ah, it's a person who's illiterate and can only look at pictures.
No, in certain sections of a bookstore. They'd be alright in most of the bookstore. There'd just be a small section of the bookstore that they would not like.
Someone who does not like musical books.
Nothing to do with music.
Oh, okay.
Someone who doesn't like. It's a person who doesn't like fiction.
No.
All right, I don't know.
A musophobist is a person who does not like poetry and is suspicious of it.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Yes, they do not like poetry, and there's if you're in the poetry section of the bookstore, you're not going to see a musophobist in the poetry section of, say, Barnes and Nobles.
Does someone like that really exist?
I don't know, but it's a word for it, so I guess
I don't trust poetry.
No?
No. I think it's weird.
They don't like it, and they're suspicious of it. They think
It makes me very suspicious.
Yeah, like it's out to get them.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of person you want to talk in rhymes with.
No.
Well, and when I get back to the word muse, a muse is somebody who inspires you.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
Well, see, I know a friend.
A muse is
I
like
know
an
a friend,
inspiration.
and him and 3 other friends used to have this group that they used to go out and do stuff together, go out and eat. They call themselves the Muse Group. And they call themselves Muse Group because all of them were musicians.
Ah.
Yeah, or I'm pretty sure the actual definition of a muse, because a muse is something that inspires you, or someone who inspires you.
Right. Like Steve.
Yes,
Yeah.
I inspire.
You inspire Dan and I.
I
Yes, you do.
inspire with the way I build a fire, burning tires.
Now I'm suspicious.
No, I'm a liar. See, that's my poetry.
Although I can say after seeing you build a fire at the
Oh, my
Paranormal
campfire,
Picnic,
yeah, with my flamethrower.
that was use a
I-
flamethrower.
Yes, I am the ghost hunter and radio show host that also owns a flamethrower. I have a propane-powered flamethrower for lighting campfires.
We were doing dangerous things with fire that night, weren't we?
Would you like the internet definition of muse?
Sure,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A woman or a force personified as a woman who is the source of inspiration for a creative artist.
Okay, I've heard that term before.
So yeah, like if somebody's your muse, they're your inspiration.
Like the Mona Lisa was Michelangelo or whoever, Leonardo da Vinci's muse. Okay.
Right. Well,
Okay.
yeah, could be.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. Anyways, this is Let's Talk Ghost.
It is.
Not let's talk dictionary definitions.
Yes.
But now people learn 2 new words tonight.
Yes.
Now, Will,
Yes.
you have an announcement to make.
Yes. I am going to be taking a step back and for a bit and not doing so many investigations. I'm going to be
Stepping back from your
from
group,
the group for a bit. Yeah.
from Beepers for a little while.
Yeah.
And okay, and you're just kind of taking a break.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have some other things to do in life,
You,
and
you got other things going on, and hey, life goes on.
yep.
Now, me, I would like to take a break from Dan, but I can't seem to get rid of him.
Well, I'd like
He's
to
like
take
a
a break
bad
from
penny.
you,
He
but
keeps showing up.
Well, unfortunately, you guys can't do the show without me.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. I'd like to fire him, but I can't.
Yeah, and I'm taking a vacation, so we're actually doing 2 shows today.
You know what we need to do? I need to talk about the FL Paracon.
You don't need to,
Well, I'm going to. Like it or not, we're going to talk about it.
but is it time for that?
Well, or do you?
No, go ahead.
No,
I'm just
go
Or
ahead.
do you want to talk about something else? I mean,
No,
this,
I'm just
this is
messing
very
with you.
important. Our friends up north. They're like 40 miles away.
Yeah, it's still north.
It's
of
still
here.
north. At Upstate Paranormal Society, they are putting on a Paracon. It's called the FL Paracon, standing for the Finger Lakes Paracon. It is going to be held on September 26th, 27th, 28th at the Hilton Garden Inn Event Center in Auburn, New York. It is going to be a 3-day event. On Friday night, the 26th, you will be able to go out ghost hunting with a bunch of ghost hunting groups that are volunteered to go to different locations
And help out.
And help out. And they're going to split the groups up with different groups, and all they're asking for is a donation to help the locations in their
Preservation,
restoration, rebuilding, and stuff. So that's all they're asking for, donation for that, and whatever you can afford. Now, on Saturday and Sunday, which is the 27th and 28th, is the Paracon at the Hilton Garden Inn Event Center, and we will be there. The LTG crew will be there. We'll have a table to meet people that listen to our show, and
part of the LTG crew.
part of the LTG crew. Will won't be there, but me and Dan will be
I
there.
will not. I actually have another event, which apparently I found out I will be doing a panel at.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be fun.
Oh yeah. Now we'll be there for the 2 days. It's a what you're gonna, if you attend this, what you got going on is you're gonna have ghost hunting teams there. You're gonna have psychics and mediums, UFO researchers, Bigfoot investigators, palm readers, tarot card readers, Reiki practitioners from across upstate New York. Now the fee to get in is $10 for adults, and if you're 17 years old or younger, you get in for free. And if you have any questions or need any information about this event, you can go to www.flparacon.com or call area code 315-406-4866 or email at flparacon@gmail.com, and you can find out whatever you need to know. If you just go to the website, they got all the information you need right at the website.
Yeah.
They pretty much answer everything. It should be a fun time. There's going to be a bunch of groups there, a bunch of paranormal investigators there. It should be fun. Now, we're pre-recording, obviously. It's not Sunday, but we put the show out on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
So-
so when you're listening to this show, we'll have already been there. We are planning on going to the
Buffalo and Erie County Naval Yard.
Naval Yard, yes. And,
Naval Museum.
Yes, and we are going to be investigating the USS Croker, the USS Little Rock, and the USS the Sullivans.
Yep.
And one is a converted destroyer it was converted to a missile
Destroyer.
Yeah,
it has like giant lights for the missiles to track, or I don't know, something.
It's got a bunch of missiles they loaded into this thing. Boy, I'll tell you what, that thing held a crap load of missiles.
Yes, it did.
The only thing bad about that is, man, if you ever took a direct hit, what a explosion that would be, huh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of missiles in that thing.
Yeah.
You really don't want to take a direct hit with that baby.
That could suck.
Yeah, that was the Little Rock.
The Little Rock, yes.
And then the Sullivans, I think, that also had missiles on it, right? That was also a light missile cruiser.
I think so, yeah.
I think that was called a light missile cruiser. And then of course, the Croker is an old diesel class submarine.
Right.
And last year we went there. We had a good time. The gentleman that puts it on is Scott Schultz of NYX. They're a paranormal group out of Towanda, New York.
Yep.
Or Tonawanda, I think it is.
Tonawanda,
New York.
Tonawanda. It's something
Towanda's
like that.
in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They're from Tonawanda. I believe they're from Tonawanda. And they're a group up there, and he puts us on every year. A really nice guy, really good group. And, it's fun. It's a lot of fun going.
Really nice guy. He does a lot of volunteer work for the
this
community.
is all. Yeah, there's no profit being made here. This is you go up there. This is strictly for help for preservation of the ships.
Yeah, stuff. Which is it's absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, and that's all. That's what Scott does. He does a lot of this volunteer and organizes these type of things for. Help.
It's basically a fundraiser for the naval. Museum.
For the museum and stuff. So it's fun. You go up there and they give us pretty good access.
Yeah, it is a paid investigation, but it's not very expensive, and the money goes to a good cause.
And if you're ever in the Buffalo, New York area, stop over there. The ships, just go on a tour of the ships. So the ships are really neat. You can see what these ships look like and what it would be like to be a sailor aboard one of these ships.
Ask for Eddie. He
knows everything. Oh, yeah. Just look for the guy. It looks like he's about 28 years old, but he's actually about 44 or 45.
Yeah. I got to get a secret.
He's found the fountain of youth or something. Oh, my God. Yeah. But we, now last year, we didn't really get much in EVPs, but we thought we had a shadow figure that we witnessed.
Yeah, we really didn't get any actual evidence last year.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
We had a good time. And I want to attack things a little differently this time. I'd like to get into the Croker. We didn't even do the Croker last year.
No.
We stayed out of there. We thought
we went through it on the tour, but yeah.
Now, Will, you did some EVP work in the Croker.
Yeah, because although I was there last year and you guys were there, I actually didn't work with you throughout the night.
You were with your group.
Yeah. And, I had in the situation room, I guess you would call it, in the Admiral's quarters. I think that's what it's called. I had something whistle at me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I dropped the flashlight, and it was almost like one of those whistles, like a "you're going to be in trouble" whistle.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. That's pretty much exactly what it was.
Right.
And then I was in the Croker, and I was doing an EVP session. I was looking against the wall, and the hallway was the back of me, and I saw a shadow go by on the wall.
Oh, wow.
And turned around. There's nothing there.
Okay.
So I had a couple personal experiences last year.
You know, I don't know what it is, but you seem to get a lot of shadow figures in those ships. That's what you hear a lot of the evidence is a lot of shadows moving in and around.
Yeah.
But, of course, you got to look at the ships. They're so big, and there's so many things that can cast a shadow. You know, especially once you get down into the belly of the beast.
Well, the one good thing is, though, when you're down in the belly, is there's no windows. So there's
no windows and no car headlights are going to cause anything.
No car headlights or external light sources are going to cause or cast shadows.
If you see things moving, something's moving.
Right.
Because, you're not going to have car headlights passing by and causing things.
Because there are no windows below deck.
No.
But, we've talked about how you can watch video for so long at staring at the same thing and you start seeing stuff. I think it's the same thing. If you're staring down the dark hallway for 15 minutes, you might go, oh, what was that on the right? Because your mind starts matrixing stuff. Is there something there?
Yeah. And you got to watch out for all the mannequins.
Oh, yeah.
God, I hate mannequins. I hate mannequins.
And there's a lot of them.
Well, that one thing that scared you was just a poster.
Oh, my God.
It was a life-size poster of a soldier.
Of a Marine.
It
was like a Marine. It was like a Marine promotional poster.
But it was like a life-size poster.
Yeah, it was life-size.
Of a Marine, in full combat
and
garb.
it was on the back of a door.
Yeah.
And the door was swung open. And we were down there looking for what was making that shadow figure that we kept seeing moving around down there. So we walked down there.
Right.
Well, I'm standing there. You guys are over by the air conditioner blowing that loose tape around. I'm standing there. You're looking around. All of a sudden, I got I think I had that IR illuminator.
Yeah, you did.
I turned around, and all I see is this figure standing right in front of me. And I'm like, and I almost about freaking screamed. It scared the crap out of me because it was like right there, and it's like, oh my God. And of course, you walk around these ships, they, for tourist reasons, they have mannequins. They got male mannequins all over the place, dressed in military and naval.
Well, yeah, in one room, they have different naval clothing from different periods,
right? And they got them setting around that, setting in the war rooms and different things, doing stuff. And in the radio rooms, and just showing what it would look like, and
in the barber shop,
yeah,
they have a window, and you can see.
I don't care what anybody says. Mannequins are creepy, especially in the dark. You can see their outlines, and it's like, oh, please don't move, please don't move.
I want them to move.
Yeah, I just don't like mannequins.
And this
I'll
year,
take clowns. I don't want mannequins.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
This year, I plan on going to some of the harder reach places that I didn't get to go in last year because the tourists have to follow a certain path.
Well, they have because there's no tour guides.
Yeah, we were told
kind of
if you want to go behind a chain, go behind a chain. Right. So I'm going to do that a little bit.
What we found was
explore.
you can go anywhere you want to go, but places they don't want you are locked.
Yeah.
You can't go beyond the locked.
They have the hatches locked.
They have a lot of stuff locked up.
Yeah.
We're probably only getting access to about a third of the ship. That would be my guess.
That's probably good.
I would say a
quarter
to about a third of the ship is all we have access to.
Yeah, they have a lot of it, especially down deep. You can't get to the engine rooms.
I would love to see the engine room, but apparently we're not allowed down there because of the asbestos.
Right, they're trying to remove asbestos.
They're in the process of removing asbestos, but it's a very slow, tedious process.
Well, maybe they have some more opened up this year.
Hopefully, I'm hoping they'll have more opened up for us. Now, I'm not sure, but I believe Scott Schultz has had access to more of the ship.
It's possible.
I think they
because he has a relationship with them to hold events.
I believe they've actually let him go down into the hull of the ship, down in deeper.
Yeah, because we've noticed a lot of doors have padlocks on them, and unless you have a key to that padlock, you're not getting in.
Yeah,
no. That's why we got to take the chloroform.
Yep.
And knock Eddie out. Yep. Steal his keys.
And then we can get everywhere.
All right. We'll put Eddie in the brig.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
he's going to hear the show, and he's not going to let us on his boat.
Right?
No, really, I just got to go pee. Please let me on.
And they seemed like such nice guys last year.
Yeah, they were so nice to me last year. Now they want to put me in the brig. I'll say no. It was Will's idea.
Yeah, and I am not taking my DVR system this year.
No, that's where you had the problem.
Yeah.
I think somebody tripped over it and knocked it over.
I do too.
And just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be my guess. Was it on? It was on a tripod.
Yeah.
People were stomping around all over the place, and we didn't set up any cameras like that. We carried everything.
Yeah. You had a full spectrum camera. John had a High 8,
the Sony High 8,
and I had a still camera.
That was it.
And then we
had our recorders, and
voice
stuff
recorders,
like that,
and
but
K2.
Scott did have his DVR system set up last year as well.
He had his set up, and you guys set up a little bit, some camera. But I would say somebody tripped over your wire.
And those ships are so large, and there's 3 of them that it's pointless to set up a DVR. You can't. You're better off just going from area to area doing EVP sessions.
They even had a remote camera
up in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, I was going to moon it.
Yeah, we were talking about doing that.
We were thinking about mooning the cameras and see if they ever said anything.
I am definitely concentrating more on EVP this year.
Yeah.
When I go
up. Absolutely.
Well, that's what we did.
That's what we did, and we're going to do that more. Now that I've got a little more confidence in my Tascam. I didn't have a lot of confidence in my Tascam last year because we never had gotten an EVP on. But now I've gotten a few EVPs on it. I'm a little more confident.
Yeah, that's funny. I remember you saying last year, I've never gotten EVPs in this, and within the last year...
I've gotten several.
Yeah.
So I'm a little more confident with it now, and actually I like it. I almost like it now better than the other ones because they're just so clear.
Right.
They are. They're crisp.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, now that I'm starting to get more, that I like it better, I would even consider buying another one. I'm thinking about getting 2, maybe even end up getting 3 of them. So we
not only for EVPs, but for our
interviews and everything. Yeah,
they're fantastic.
But I'm thinking, as a group, if we do investigations, I think we should all be carrying one.
Yeah.
So I might eventually invest in a couple more of them.
Yeah, they're top of the line recorders.
Hey, Christmas is coming.
And RIP is the one that got us onto the Tascams.
Will probably buy us both one for Christmas.
Yeah, probably.
I'll get right on that.
Only about $80-$90.
Yeah,
not a problem. Will's like, no. You got a credit card. You can just use your credit card. Or just leave it here and we'll use it.
And I'm sure you would.
Yeah, we're very kind.
Yeah.
We're kind like that.
We'll even buy you one with your credit card.
Now I do.
Oh, well, thanks.
Now I do have to go out and find some Sony High 8 tapes, which are getting harder and harder to locate. We didn't get them online. I'm sure if we went online, we need to go out and see if I can buy like bulk.
Right.
If we can buy like a case of them or something, maybe it'd be cheaper out of China or something.
You know what might even be cheaper in the long run is getting away from the Sony High 8.
Well, that would be cheaper and go straight digital.
And look for a couple digital.
Right. I do like the
cameras.
Sonys. I do like it because it's a magnetic tape, and it's got pretty good. I like it because the optics are really nice on it.
Well, I wouldn't say go with like a cheap night vision camera.
No.
I would still say go with like a Sony or a JVC, some name brand.
Now remember, Lori bought a couple of those from off of eBay or something, and they took those special discs. Remember that?
We don't want that either.
But they only recorded for like 45 minutes. Each disc going held like 45 minutes of recording.
Wow.
No, you want one that's using flash
memory.
Flash memory.
Yeah.
That you can pop SD cards in.
Right.
Throw a 16 or 32 gig SD card in there and record for hours. And, Yeah.
And when you're done, once you save what you want to save, you just erase it.
Right.
Now here with the Sony, you end up with all these used tapes that you're not supposed to use again.
Yeah, that's. And if we keep doing investigations,
I'd like to. Yeah,
we're gonna have to go digital eventually.
What I'd like to do is if I could take all my tapes that I haven't got any evidence on, and figure out a way I could wipe them clean.
Yeah, but you just can't reuse digital media.
I know.
Or not digital media. I mean, magnetic
media.
You
can. I mean, they're designed to be reused, but
yeah, that's if you're shooting your kid's basketball game or football game or something.
But I don't know.
If you're.
I wish there was a way you could wipe them clean because I would love to reuse the ones.
The problem is if you get any kind of actual evidence,
it's no good because
like if you get I guess
even though I don't buy that because I've been using VCRs for a long time and tape, and I've had camcorders for years, and I've reused tapes over and over, and you do not see the ghost of anything else coming through.
And if you have like a door or something that opens or closes, obviously that's not going to be left over.
I mean, I've been using these things for years, and I have never seen the ghost of another image from something else off the videotape bleed through onto another tape.
You know, we could always do a big no-no and just reuse tapes.
Try it.
I did. I saw Jacob Marley in Jurassic Park.
We could just because we just use it pretty much.
I know it's a no-no.
Yeah.
I know it, and I don't recommend it, but unfortunately, these tapes are getting harder and harder to find.
And more expensive.
Yeah, I think the last time they were like $7 for one tape.
That's what I'm saying, like, you know.
The last time I bought I bought 2-packs, and it was almost $30 for 4 tapes.
Yeah. And I think they're just going to keep getting pricier and pricier.
They're like $7.50 a tape, end up being.
Because they're turning into a specialty item.
Yeah. And I need to go buy 2 more. I got to go either Walmart. I don't even want to give them credit.
No.
The big store.
Yeah, the big money grubbing store.
The big got to be careful. They'll sue us.
Yeah.
They're still money grubbing. Anyway. But yeah, we definitely need to upgrade to a digital night vision camera.
Yes.
Definitely.
Maybe that should be on the wish list before more Tascams.
You know, they've been out for so long. I bet if we went on eBay, eventually we could. If we went out there and started shopping,
a couple $100.
Yeah, we might start finding more and more used digital night vision because, like I say, digital's been out for a while now.
Right, and doesn't Sony even make night shot digital camcorders?
I don't know. That's what we got to look for. Yeah. Night shot, night vision,
I haven't
cams.
Looked for them recently, so I don't know what's out there.
As far as I know, is Sony's one of the few companies that actually made a night vision camera.
Right, but
most of them don't even make them.
I think a few started following suit.
I think JVC makes a night shot camera. Yeah. But there's only a few that make them. They don't all make them.
Right.
Just only a few of them. Because I think, if I remember right, Taps on TV, when they first started, they were using the same camera we use. They used the Sony night shot. The high 8
night they're using night shot. Highest night shot.
And they've all, I believe, they've converted, they've changed all over to digital. And their cameras, I think I saw a close-up of one time. I'm thinking it might have been a JVC.
That's what I was thinking, too.
I think it was a JVC. But I'm sure they're very high-end, probably very expensive.
I don't know. They're just...
brand new, you're probably looking at $600-700. Brand new. Those Sony high 8s are $400 or $500 brand new. Back in the day.
Yeah, but camcorders are coming down a lot in price.
But I don't know. We got to look around. Got to see what we can get.
Yeah.
Another thing Will can get us for Christmas.
Yeah.
He can get us each a Tascam and
You better start buying lottery tickets.
I better.
Yeah.
Or just
you really got to win.
Just leave your credit card. We'll get you one of the cameras too.
Yeah.
With your credit card.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
You guys are too kind.
We are. We're great guys. Hey, we're starting to wrap down here a little bit. You are listening to Let's Talk Ghosts. You can find us at www.letstalkghost.com.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, absolutely. We are a weekly paranormal talk show. We are 100% free, and we will never charge. We don't ask for registrations. We don't ask you to do anything other than to log onto our website, click the play button, and listen. We ask nothing of you other than to listen. That's all we ask.
And where else can you find us?
You can also find us on Facebook. Just search for Let's Talk Ghost.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say.
Okay.
You can find us on Twitter. Just search for Let's Talk Ghost. You can also find us on DTM Wicked Radio every Sunday night between 8 and 9 o'clock. And you can also find us on iHeart if you search DTM Wicked Radio, and we are under their listings. You can find us on YouTube. Not all of our shows are up there, but there's 6 or 7 or 8 of our shows up there. Slowly but surely, my co-host and /son over here, who is a little lazy about putting shows up because he cries and moans it takes too long, and but he's getting them up there slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Now, where else are we? Where else are we? That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
But hey, it's been a good show, and I'd like to real quick. I'd like to thank John and Deb.
From Drifter Paranormal.
From the land down under, all the way down to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles down, land down under.
Land down under Southern California. No, they're from Australia.
Those darn kangaroos in Hollywood.
I know.
They're always getting in the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Sunset Boulevard's
What you guys got to realize, it's about 9 o'clock right now.
It's past your bedtime.
It's way past my bedtime. I should be in bed sleeping right now. So I'm getting tired, and I can't help myself. I say stupid. I say really stupid things.
Yes, you do.
I'm old. Just wait until you get me up in Buffalo, and it's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, you're driving home, right?
Oh God, no. Yeah, I'll drive home if you want me to.
No, I'll drive.
Yeah, I'll drive home.
You're driving up.
I'll drive up. Will can drive up. Oh, he can't drive a stick.
I cannot drive a stick. No.
Yeah, you drive up, I'll drive home, and then on the way home, you and Will can cuddle in the back seat. Me and Delia will hang out.
All right.
Up front. And...
Hey, I think with that said,
you can
see us all on the next investigation.